All right, so it's 7:31. We'll get started here. I'm gonna talk and share my screen so that way we don't have to actually see each other if we don't want to. But I'm Janice. There's Jason and Megan on the line, and we have Jennifer with us so far. So let's do this. So thank you everyone for coming together today and starting the new year off with a bang with learning about buying and selling in 2021. Now, the one thing that's happened here in the past 12 months is that the market's been nothing that we expected. We did not expect what the pandemic would bring a crazy real estate market. So I thought we would start the year off on a positive note and be proactive to be able to go out there and find the perfect house that we all want or we dreamt of. So that's the purpose of the buying and selling in 2021, to start us off on the right foot, to get the house ready to put on the market, and to go out and find that perfect house, because you can't start soon enough. Right now, believe it or not, there's 14,000, almost 15,000 single family homes on the market in Houston metro area. That equals to 1.9 months of inventory. That is the lowest we have had, and I don't know how long, if ever. The last year this time we had about 26,000 homes on the market. So we have a shortage. It's obvious. Homes are flying off the MLS, going under contract. They're selling for more because the demand is there, and we just don't have the inventory. So that's why I thought it was important that if you're even thinking about selling this year, that you start thinking about it now. February, March is a time of year that homes get put on the market. So we have a month here that you can do any make-readies that you want to do, paint, clean, declutter. So then that way you can be proactive and get your house out there, because there just aren't enough of them. And so that's why I've gotten some great people in the industry with us tonight. We have Jason Rinn with Mortgage Outfitters, who's going to tell you all about interest rates, programs, and how he can be the best lender out there for you. And if a resale is not the way to go, or maybe even a new buy, he can help you there too, probably. But we have Megan Madison with Perry Homes, and she's going to talk to us about some great, awesome floor plans that she has. So I'm excited to have her with us also. Something that we found into this market, that right now the average sold price for homes are averaging around $341,000. That's the average sales price. I remember my first house, I think I paid $69,000 for this house back in the day, a long time ago. But now the average price is almost $250,000 here. That's crazy. So when you look at what that breaks down to with today's interest rates, you're looking at, if you put down 3%, have an interest rate of a 2.8, and Jason may tell me that's possible or not possible, but I took the liberty. You're looking at $1,300, $1,400 before taxes and PMI. The average monthly rent these days is $1,800, $1,900. So when you break it down, you have to wonder, like, why am I renting? If there's a program out there that Jason can get me in, then I need to think about buying. Now is the time. I mean, the interest rates are at historic lows, and there's a shortage. Everything points to this is a great time to get your house on the market. But you say we can get it on the market, but then what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? Well, that's where Jason comes in. So what I'm going to do is introduce you to one of my preferred lenders, Jason Rinn with Mortgage Outfitters. He's got some great information to share. So Jason, I can keep the screen going, or I can leave your screen up and you can talk to everybody.
Leave that one there because you don't need to see a zoom in on my face.
Okay.
Sure. So, I'm Jason Rinn. I'm with Mortgage Outfitters. I'm a mortgage broker. I started this company back in 2005. I've been in the business almost 18 years. So we've been very blessed. It's been very good to us. We've been able to help a lot of people along the way. Um, uh, Business. So Janice asked me what to talk about. The number one question that I get right now is, what are the interest rates doing? Um, that's the biggest question, especially with the home buyers. What are they doing? Where are they? And ironically enough, the second question I get asked all the time with refinance customers is, should I wait? Should I wait to lock in? Um, so I'll address both of those. The With the refinance and where they are, rates are at or near all time lows where we are right now. There's a greater chance in the market of rates rising than there is them getting any better. And when you're talking about, um, a rate that starts with a 2 on a 30-year fixed mortgage, whether that's high, mid, or low twos, it's almost unheard of. It costs these guys money to lend money. So once you get to a certain point, there's a floor. It's not going to get any better. So my advice is take advantage if you're ready, especially with the refinances. If you're happy with it, jump on board. Um, all of the professionals and the data that's out there, the data doesn't add up right now to what's happening. I actually have a degree in finance and economics, and so all the stuff I learned in the book is not what's actually going on in the market right now. Um, there's a lot of artificial pressure on different things out there that are keeping the interest rates low. I think it's hard to tell right now where we are and what's going to happen. But again, I think that there's a better chance of rates going up than there are going down. Janice, did you have any specific questions for me in regards to rates?
Not, no, that answers a big question about what we can kind of expect. When someone comes to you and is looking at buying a house, what factors do you normally have to take in consideration when placing a product with someone? Because I know there's all these different loans out there.
Right. So we'll look at, first of all, the individual's qualifications. Anything from your credit score to your income to what's your budget? How much do you want to spend? I mean, typically what I see is that folks come in and they qualify for more on paper than they actually want to spend on a home. You can spend on certain programs, you can spend up to almost 60% of your monthly income on a house payment. Those numbers are outrageous to me. I didn't write the rules, but we can get you in that program if you need to be there. Those numbers are kind of crazy, depending on your income level. So really, it boils down to what they're comfortable with. There are some programs that carry a lesser down payment. There are some programs that carry a shorter term, a better rate, and it's really up to the individual. My advice, especially or despite what I do for a living, which is lending, my advice is to take the product with the shortest term that you are comfortable with, so that you can get it paid off and be done with it, and get it off your plate. But there's a process we go through, pre-approval. It's a very common word where we're going to get all the basics, names, the socials, the employment history, assets, and then kind of be able to start from there and narrow down again into the specific with that individual, where they're comfortable into that payment zone, or and what's most affordable too. We'll look at things like, if you can bump your credit score 2 points, then we can get you a little bit better rate. Or if you put a few $1,000s more down, it's going to do away with something like PMI or something of that nature, to make sure that you're getting your best bang for your buck with your money. It's my job. What I say all the time, it's not my job to make the choice. It's my job to show the option of what's available for you.
I've been asked before by teachers or nurses or firemen, police officers, first responder, I guess, type people. Are there any special loan products out there for them?
There are some that have their names tagged to it. Some of them are lender specific. So it's going to be a certain organization that's offering them. Others of them are geographic specific, where it's a certain area that's giving a grant or some money of that nature. to be able to help out. And a lot of them, unfortunately, are just marketing, where it's time to get folks to pick up the phone and call. Those are all people that we all respect, that are in those jobs, and then we do our best to take care of them. Or just because there is a program that's there doesn't necessarily, again, mean it's the best way. It's just another option, so we can lay it out and they can pick what's best for them.
Okay. And one more question is,
Mm-hmm.
how long does it normally take from when they start the process? What is your normal length of time to
For a pre-approval?
to get a house to close?
So I have an application, as do most people, that you can do online or on your phone. It's pretty quick. It's 5 to 7 minutes, maybe, if that. It comes directly to me. It takes me another, 5 minutes to look at it, when I can sit down in front of the computer and it's there to look at it and say, okay, we're in the ballpark or we're not, with just some basics here. Typically, we're going to ask for some documentation to back that up as well. I don't like to just take the information that's in the application and run with it, especially when we're dealing with someone's financial future here, and they may be looking at selling a house and then trying to go get another one, and to find out there was a typo or there was something that wasn't correct in the loan application and now they don't qualify. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not doing that. So we'll look up and make sure that all the numbers match what was put in there. And so that process doesn't take a whole lot of time. Really, I can do it as quickly as you can get the documentation to me. And then from the time you were to go and say sign a contract with Perry Homes and want to close, right now it's about a 30-day window for me. Really, the piece of the puzzle that slows me down the most right now is waiting on appraisers. They've got a huge backlog of business right now with all the rates being so low and everyone refinancing, and so that's my bottleneck right now. Usually our stuff is ready to go, just pending an appraisal.
Okay. All right. Well, even though a house is one of the biggest purchases one makes in their lifetime, it's still it's a relationship type. You develop relationships with people, and you hope that just because you buy a house doesn't mean the transaction's over with and you want to be done. What is one personal thing? I'm putting Jason on the spot right now.
Uh-oh.
What is one personal thing about you, your hobby, a passion, or something that you do outside of selling, finding loans for people?
Well, I do this so that I have time to go and spend time with my family. I have a daughter that's about to be 16 years old, and my wife, and I like to fish, and we like to hang out at the beach together. So this is the avenue for me to be able to provide that for my family and be able to do those things. And I've met, like you said, it's a relationship business. So I've met a lot of customers in the 16 years that I've been doing this that I may go fish with or hang out with, just because of keeping in touch with those. But that's why I do it.
And I can attest, that's why people use Jason, because he takes care of them, and he is able to, whenever there's a hiccup, he finds a way to work through that hiccup. So all right. Well, Jason. Thanks so much for being with us, and please stay with us. Don't leave us yet. And
I'm going to mute, but I'll stay here.
Home builder, huh?
I'm going to mute, but I'll stay here.
Okay. All right. Well, it was important that you met Jason, because then you needed to go to the next step. If you're looking for a home, what kind of home are you looking for? Are you looking for a bigger house, a bigger office, dedicated office space, or maybe more outdoor space? Something that we've learned during COVID is being sequestered in our houses where we don't get out, or you have kids home and you have to find a place for them to go to school and for you to work. And so a lot of times the adults are moving their offices into their walk-in closets just so they have quiet time away from the kiddos. So that's some of what's driving some of the moves that people are finding. A lot of times we've had a lot of people this year move and buy homes out at the lake. So we've seen a lot of traffic of selling their home in the city and moving further out, someplace where there's more land for people to run and enjoy, go fishing like Jason mentioned, or just kick back and do nothing. So once you talk to Jason, then you can start thinking about, what kind of house can I look for? I mentioned before that February and March begins our busy season. And that's why, again, I wanted us to start this in January, to start the conversation about what can I do? I think I want to move. What do I need to do? So now is the time to start doing the little things around the house so you are ready to put the house on the market as soon as possible, because there is a demand, as we saw how low the inventory was. Now, sometimes a resale may not be the way we want to go. Maybe we want a new house. We want to build. And depending on how big that house is, it could take anywhere between 3 to 4 to 12 months to build. And then you have to think, okay, what kind of house am I going to build? Is it going to be a house where I just kind of a place to rest my head kind of home? Or is it going to be a lifestyle home? Is it going to be a home that I'm going to have mom and dad move back, or my college kids are moving back? There's a lot of questions out there these days. And my sister's one where she has her whole family living with them. But that's her choice. It's not my choice, but it's her choice. So these are the questions we start wondering if we go out and look at homes and we find that, okay, we're not finding the exact thing we want. So when we don't find the exact thing, the home we want, what do? We turn to build. And I want to introduce you next to Megan. Megan's with Perry Homes, and Perry makes a gorgeous home. And I'm happy that Megan can join us today, so I'm going to turn it over to her. Do you want me to stop my screen share? What do you want me, Megan? I don't hear you.
I know, I turned it back on.
There you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna see something because I do have papers that I like to share. But can I see if my screen share will work?
Yeah. Let me stop my screen share here. Stop share. All right.
Hi. Okay. All right. Let me see if my screen share will work really quickly. Because I want to see. Oh, it says no, only the host can share a screen. Okay, so that's okay. Hi guys, I'm Megan. I'm with Perry Homes. I wanted to touch on so many things that have been said so far. As far as our lender is concerned that we have on the phone call, we are so grateful for some of our lenders. Even though Perry does have a preferred lender that we use all the time, we have everybody go through. It is essential for some of our clientele that may not qualify with our more traditional and more conservative lenders that we have on the builder side. And that's with not just Perry, but other builders as well. So we really, really appreciate you guys being available to help assist customers with more creative financing options. So I just wanted to thank you for that. And to your point, Miss Janice, absolutely. We get people coming into our model home constantly saying, hey, I've put in about 5 different offers on resales and I can't catch one. That's how fast these homes are flying off the MLS. That is how competitive the new the resale market is right now. And so it's always a good thing to have the option to walk into a builder and say, hey, this is what I want. This is the type of land that I want it on. This is what I want my house to look like on the inside, and this is what I want it to look like on the outside. And that is a huge benefit to building from the ground up. So I absolutely implore you. In fact, I venture to say, hey, go new build first, and then don't schmooze around with the resale market. Come straight to new home right now. So I definitely would love to see more of you guys in there exploring that option as just, a first step. And then maybe if it doesn't work out, then see what you can find on the resale market. And then maybe it becomes a thing where you weigh your options between the two, and whichever one works best for you and your family is obviously the one that you go with. So, as it pertains to Perry Homes, I mean, we've been in the business over 50 years now. We're in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin, the 4 major cities in Texas. We're known for our superior design. As you mentioned, we have some beautiful floor plans that, most people, if you've been in the business for a while as a realtor, or even if you shop the new home market regularly, when you walk into a Perry, even if it's an older Perry on the resale market, that it's a Perry. The wide hallways, the tall ceilings, the long drawn to the back homes, that Perry feel you just don't really get from anywhere else. So that's something that we're definitely known for. Also the quality of a Perry home. you know, you don't really have to do repairs on a Perry very often. We build a very, very solid product. So it's very important that, you know, you look into that when you're considering who you want to do a new home purchase with. You want to make sure you're not having any corners cut on you. Also, excellent customer service. That's me and my partners. We are here to provide you very hands-on approach and support throughout the whole build process, because it can be overwhelming. If you don't get an inventory home, you pick the lot, you pick the floor plan, you pick the flooring, you pick the brick, you know, there's so many decisions to be made when you build from the ground up. So having someone there to support you and let you know that all your feelings and emotions that you're going through are totally natural. It happens with everybody. Is super important. And all of myself and all of my partners that I sell with are very understanding of that process. And we do our very best to deliver a easy to work with process. Also, we have the industry leading warranty. Almost every other builder offers a warranty. However, none of them are offering a 2-year workmanship and material and a 10-year structural and frame, right? So normally you get the 1-2-10 or the 1-1-10, right? Perry does 2-2-10, if that makes, if y'all are following me there. 2 years workmanship and material, and then 10-year frame and structural, all right? And then last but not least, we're known for the innovation. We do smart come standard. We offer a whole lot of standard features that are considered smart technology inside your home. Automated garage door opener, Nest doorbell and thermostat, Wi-Fi light switches in your home, Wi-Fi deadbolts on your front door. In some instances, if you have an upgraded kitchen with the built-in oven, you'll have a Wi-Fi operable oven as well. Yeah, preheated from the bed, you know. get it ready to slip the casserole in, turn it on before you get home. That way you can pop, you know, whatever you have already pre-made in the oven, in the refrigerator, pop it in the oven as soon as you get home. Things like that, we try to imagine how our customers are gonna live in our home. And to that effect, we have now developed a new set of plan options for several plans in our lineup. So there are 6 plans that are very, very popular with Perry that we decided to add a conversion option, making it a multi-generational offering for our clientele. We get it very often. You were speaking on it earlier. Do I need to prepare my home so that my parents can come and stay? Or is my kid that's in college coming home to live with me temporarily or longer than temporarily? Or do I just have a teenage child that really needs all their own space, and, you know, we want to cultivate an environment of safety for whomever, and you just don't want to make them feel out of place. So we've come up with these plans. It's called the MyFlex plan. And one of the most familiar and popular plans that a lot of people know about is called the 2504. Perry names their floor plans based on the square footage. So a 2504 oops, sorry guys. I don't know if y'all can see this, okay? Is it light enough?
Yes, I see it good.
Okay,
if I take my
great.
glasses off, I can see it.
Okay, so this floor plan is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, open concept living space, covered back patio, and it features a dedicated home office. However, there are several different options and plans or changes that you can make to this. You can extend out the covered patio. You can add a fireplace. You can do a 3-car garage and sacrifice bedroom number 4. There's several different things that you can do with this, but the MyFlex option is what we're calling it. Takes and converts. Get this together. It takes and converts the office space and bedroom 4. Let me tilt it back a little bit so the lighting can stay. It takes and converts bedroom 4 and the home office to one large secondary master suite. And what that does, it gives seating space, it gives a large 13-by-19 room, it gives double closets, double sinks, a full stand-up shower, and commode all in one special area inside this home. So you still have the master toward the back of the home, the secondary master toward the front, and then two other secondary bedrooms, and you still have 3 full baths in the house. So, I know a lot of people, and oh, by the way, in Artavia, which is the community I work in, located on 242 and 1314, this floor plan starts at $363,900. It's 2,500 square feet, brand new home. With that custom change to, or I'm sorry, with that change, the MyFlex change to it, it bumps it up only about $9,000. Okay, so you can have a double master home, open concept living, 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with extended covered patio for under 400K. And we have several homes that we can do that with. So, I mean, it really, really is a phenomenal, you know, opportunity to get exactly what you need as a family. And then, you know, to live in a brand new home that you're not going to have to make any changes or do much upkeep at all for a very long time. So
tell them real quickly the brand new neighborhood that you're at, that off of 242.
Artavia.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, beautiful community. We started building there in September of 2019. And so far, we've outpaced the sales projections for that community by and far. It's a beautiful, beautiful community. The amenities include an on-site restaurant, on-site gym, a great room that you can rent out, office space, splash pad, a really nice park, lots and lots of trees. Our community is dedicated to keeping trees on footprints on lots as best we can. So that's a huge plus because it really keeps that very serene feel when you pull into the community. It's about 2,200 acre project. About 5,500 homes are slated to be in this community. It is going to span a great deal of 242 and then actually hop across the street of 1314 as it heads south. So I wish I had a plat map to show you guys for Artavia, but it is going to be a stunning community. It's really, really gorgeous. ArtaviaTX.com you can go to and check out the community. It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, maybe you can come back next month and talk to us a little bit about the community and a little bit more about Perry.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to. I'm sure if you guys gave it a look, if you're the type of buyer that's looking to be in a more reserved and quiet area, Artavia is the place.
Awesome. Well, I can attest the restaurant, the lady that runs the restaurant there also has a restaurant off of Tamina called Bricks and Brew. She's wonderful, and the pizzas there are wonderful. So I know her food
so good
is wonderful at the restaurant.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's this avocado stuffed salad that they have there. It's so good. So good.
Well, thank you for joining us, and hopefully you'll get some visitors to see.
Yeah, hopefully so. You guys come by, ask for me, call the office 346-867-4948. I'm happy to schedule a tour of any of our homes and the community with you.
Going to get you back to your picture.
It's okay. And Miss Janice told me I don't look like my picture anymore. It's time for me to get a new picture.
It's okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, Megan, for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Well, so that's it, guys. I want the calls to be not too long. So I know my attention span as I've gotten older has gotten shorter and shorter. But I just wanted to give you a little bit. I wanted to introduce you to Jason and introduce you to Megan and get you thinking and supply you with some information that maybe you didn't think about before. If some of this has spurred some interest, then do this. Text seller to 713-249-0781 or text buyer if you want to buy something to 713-249-0781. I will then in turn make sure I share Jason's information with you, share Megan's information with you, and we can make a connection and see if I can help you then get you prepared to work with Jason, to work with Megan, and sell a house that you had wonderful memories with and find your forever home or forever right now home. So I'm excited that y'all joined us. I hope you can join us again next month. Watch for messages and emails and Facebook. And thank you for joining me. And you guys have a great night. We'll see you next month. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.